up, guys? Welcome to another day at Auto Mafia Racing. Today I am in the Shelby, not really, it's a Shelby clone of V6 convertible Mustang with a old JMP single turbo on it. It's had a lot of work done to it, so it's got ported intakes. We're going to see how much we can do on it. We're going to do a base pull right now, see what it gives us. It's tuned by another tuner, not us, and then we're going to give it our special sauce and see what we can do with it. Alright guys, so that was pull number one on whatever and whoever tuned it the first time. So we'll show you what we made. Check it out, guys. So that's on SAE with a little bit of load applied. Made a peak 360 horsepower, 381 foot-pounds of torque. Not bad. Carried it out to 7,500. Looks pretty good to me. So let's see what we can do better on it. So right now, guys, we're going to load our tune. We are using SCT to do it. So once our tune's loaded, this is our base run. We're gonna do some idle logs, make sure we have everything set up how we want it. We're gonna do a couple up and down step tests on it, get it exactly where we want it to for the fueling, and then we'll make a good rip. So first tune, cranked it up, we did an idle, and this is how I do this, guys. Gotta change the map function up just purely because it's non-adjusted and you gotta adjust it. So it definitely wanted some more fuel, which is typical, so gave it some more fuel, loading it up again. And we're just going to do some idle increments going up, so this one will probably give it a little bit of rev and see how it does with the current setup and maybe make a pull. Gotta hate how SCT is so slow. I love SCT, I love their devices, I love using their tuning program, but they load tunes so freaking slow, guys. I mean, I have to sit here sweating, even though I got a big fan there, I got another big fan blowing over there, so we got everything hitting us. We got 3 fans in front of the car blowing at me, but yeah, it's really, really slow. It's my favorite thing about HP tuners is how fast it is. Just most people don't want to use it, and it's more expensive because you have to pay for credits. Yeah, interesting, but yeah, we'll see. Alright guys, so we did our first short pull to 5,500. I'll let you guys check out the graph. We made basically the same horsepower, and we only pulled to 5,500, so there's 359.5 horsepower. That is at using the SAE, so it'll be higher if you use standard. But we made over 400 foot-pounds of torque on that first pull, so we made over 20 more foot-pounds of torque already, and I'm just getting started. We're gonna dig into this thing and make this thing rip. Look at all that power and torque that's above. We're gonna get some. So we got the car back on the dyno today, guys. We went ahead and replaced that fuel pump. So now he's running a DW400 in tank, so we should have plenty of fuel for the upper RPM. So I'm gonna get on it. We're gonna make a couple pulls, dial in that fuel, just make sure we're totally good on it. And then we'll make a couple power pulls and we'll see what we can tweak it up to. I'm looking forward to over 400 wheel horsepower out of this car today. All right, let's go for a rip. Guys. So the next thing that we're doing, guys, is, as you can see, there's no turbo here. That's because we had to pull it out so that we could fix where the downpipe and our wastegate connected. The whole reason for that was we were having that issue. If you look at the dyno graph right here, that dyno graph shows that it was kind of breaking up and at the top end. But what happened was the turbo that we had was way too small. The turbo that JMP provided the customer was way too small, basically on the exhaust side. The housing was too small. It was like a 0.61 AR. We upgraded to a 0.82 AR or 81 right here. But when we did that, the turbo was a little bigger this way. So as you can see, we had to modify it and weld some new pieces on, some new pipe, so that we could get it to actually fit properly. The other problem we had was right here, the flange was for an eBay wastegate. We had to cut that flange off, put a whole new pipe in so that we could run this wastegate, which is a teal, and we had to put the correct flange on it because the customer had already had the teal on there, but there was a big exhaust leak right here. Now there will be no exhaust leak. We can install this again, and hopefully now we'll be able to make 450 plus horsepower because the turbo won't be being ran too hard by the engine. Because that was essentially what had happened. The turbo housing was so small that the engine was kicking out all this exhaust and it didn't have anywhere to go. It was just bunching up in that turbo. So it was making the readings go all whack and we weren't able to do anything with it. So we're gonna put this back in the car and make some power. All right, got it running again. Just burning off the oil that I spilled. Yeah, make sure you put the turbo drain line on. That helps. But once it burns this off, it should stop smoking. But I'll double check it. But it should be good. It's running again. Sounds actually better than it did before. Got a bigger turbo on the car, and I tell you what, this thing is running just amazing. So we're gonna get it back on the dyno, but it is looking good. Sitting in the car right now, just did a couple fuel adjustments. Basically, we start the car at idle, we check the fueling. It is running so much better, and it's actually, I think it has less leaks now that we put it all back together. Now that we're the ones who installed the kit now, it runs much better. Purely simply, there's no leaks on it. We tracked down every exhaust leak, we changed all the flanges to be correct, and ironically, I loaded the same tune on it, and now it wants less fuel. So it's not getting as much crap air in it, so it's gonna be really good. I'm excited. What do you guys think it's gonna make? We made like 450 wheel, like just not very good. So we'll see if we can make that easily this time. Loading it up, loading that tune. Why is SCT so slow? Back in the car, I'm doing some tuning on the car, retuning it for the bigger turbo. Because the bigger turbo is on, it looks good, so now we're just gonna retune it and see what we make. So far, the first pull, we didn't even go all the way. I ended before 6,000 RPM and we made 429 horsepower and 419 foot-pounds of torque easily. So we just did a couple pulls. The car is running pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. You know, we're only on about 10 pounds boost right now. And as you can see, you know, this is on SAE, and the car is making like 415 horsepower, around 400 foot-pounds of torque. Excuse me, 430 horsepower and 415 foot-pounds of torque. So we've definitely gained, and you gotta remember, we've gained over the last tune, which was 370, 390. Now you can see with the bigger AR on the turbo, on that turbine size, we're definitely getting the powers coming in a little later, but we're definitely getting a lot more of it. So this is a very, very safe tune right now. We're not just turning it up. It's on 93, it's a daily. It's pump gas. We're not going crazy with it. But we could either turn it up, you can run better fuel, we can throw more timing at it. This can make a lot more power, but this is a very safe, very solid tune-up, and I think the customer's gonna be very happy. So just to show you guys, this is the last pull I just did. Did a couple little changes to the tune, and we're making 444 horsepower and 421 foot-pounds of torque, and it's looking like a pretty solid graph all the way to 7,300. right, guys, so that is 429.3 rear wheel horsepower and 407 foot-pounds of torque. Now, that is on 8 to 9 PSI. I'm happy with it. It's 93 octane, very, very safe tune, plenty of fuel in it, low timing. We could turn this thing up and make more power, but it's a daily. So we made it nice and safe. This one's done. Let's get it out of here. All right, guys, so we got the owner of the Shelby Turbo V6 sitting here. What do you think, man?
It's awesome, man. Power is so much better, so much smoother. Big shout out to Auto Mafia. Caleb, awesome job, man.
No problem, man. We're happy to make it happen, and this car's ripping. I want to see it on the racetrack and see what it actually does sometime soon.
Hopefully low 11s, maybe high 10s, who knows? We'll see.
Let's do it. So that is officially it, guys. We're saying goodbye to the Shelby V6 Turbo Mustang. Happy to see it go, happy to get it out of here and back into its owner's hands tomorrow. Almost 450 horsepower out of this 3.7 liter V6 on basically 8 to 10 pounds of boost. I'm super happy with it. It rides great and it hauls the mail. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you check back later for more awesome videos like this, more dyno videos, lots more turbo stuff to come. That car and that car, lots of V6 stuff. Our Miata build, the Caddy build that's coming, and the RX-7 build. So check back later, like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.